All right, rings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. All right, we're going to messages and go into Q&A. So take care. And here we go. It should be good. Okay. All right, here we go. Thank you guys for being here. Here we go. Fear fireworks. Yeah, they're getting pretty loud now. So, all right, here we go. Greetings, we are the Elohim. Energies to you. Yes, a great transition is upon you. Vibrations of the earth are shifting to a new version of Earth. Now, you most likely will not see a drastic change, or California went through an earthquake. So the change is on the way for them, but also others will receive a change also. It doesn't mean it's going to be dramatic, but you are shifting into a new part of your year, but also events will begin to occur that are much needed, not just for soul growth, but for a positive growth. We're looking for the healing of stress and more enlightenment to come in. Soul growth can bring in no enlightenment, but bring in a great amount of growth. Enlightenment is much needed, as you can see. Stress-free is nice every once in a while, as you know. So blessings to you all in your transitions. Greetings to you. We are the Anunnaki. More than just transitions are occurring. Your DNA is being infused with new light energies. A new direction. Yes, soul journeys are never easy, especially if you want enlightenment. As you climb a mountain, it's never easy, is it? And you are climbing the mountain of your reality at a major level, as you can see. So when you are ready for your questions, we're here to assist.
Greetings. Thank you for coming in.
Greetings to you.
First, tonight we have Logan.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
I only have one question today, and that one question is, are there any messages for me at this time?
Well, you're going into your timeline, a mature side of it. You're adding new friend elements that have not quite greeted yet. And to go slowly with your channeling connections. Your studies are more important, but your channeling connections might get a little strange. After a while, we do see you connected to water aquatic beings in your future. No time soon. Syrian beings that swim underwater that are humanoid. Some of them are mermaids, some are not. It's a world that you're very close to from what we're seeing. That is our message for you at this time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, up next we have Kingsley.
Greetings. Is there any messages for me?
Yes, we see a lot of tall blonde Nordics around you. Very friendly ones. You do play games with them in other realities for your entertainment. away from this. Sometimes you don't want to leave your dream state from what we are seeing. In this reality, you are here to heal. I would say also remove a lot of reptilian, yes, manipulations. But it's not quite time for a while because some are experiencing it. But we see you doing a lot of healing possessed souls. You're kind of doing it now, but it's going to definitely accelerate in the future. Blessings.
Okay, and for like telekinesis and levitating, I just see it in my mind and like try to just keep doing that until it fully on a psychic level, until it um manifests, I guess.
Yes, that is an excellent direction. Yes, of course. Have fun with it. The more you enjoy it, the easier it will become. It's like walking, it's like talking, it's like singing. People sing because they enjoy it. Not because they're very good at it, but they sing anyway. So telekinesis and telepathic energy should be utilized in the same way. So just gradually like drinking water. So blessings.
Okay, next up we have Liz. Liz, are you there? Hmm. All right, well, skip Liz and go back to her. Up next, we'll call on Renee.
Greetings.
Brings you.
My first question was I wanted to know the history I have with the Fairy Collective.
It is wanting to heal the trees through deforestation. Even trees can be possessed through demonic energies. You probably can pick up on some of that. Especially the trees can get very annoyed with humans. You can probably pick up on that too. So your history of the fairies, yes, is very vast. I believe it's the majority of your incarnations on this planet. And also a dwarf being, a elf being. The dwarfs are kind of fun, but a magic dwarf. That can be called a leprechaun, depending on where you are. So, in Ireland, they're called leprechauns. Not always called that everywhere.
Do they walk fast?
Yes, they do. Yes. So, there is another message from the trees. Well, yes, because the tree people, yes, they find human conversations, you know, they're improving on it. The tree energies get involved with conversations. They add ideas to people to help them elevate their lives. Sometimes they're there to start conversations. It doesn't mean you have to talk to a tree. Yeah. They are involved in conversations, though.
Okay.
Lessons.
I did have a second question.
Yes.
What is the purpose of sleep for our dimension?
Some feel they don't sleep enough. It is so you can stay connected. It's your doorway to the astral. Let your body rest, but your astral work is most important here. Some do sleep 16-hour days or longer because your astral is most important. So many of you, depending on the person, of course. And it's just because, yes, you have your imprint, your energy on this planet, so your astral becomes stronger than other astral beings that are not incarnated on your world. So it is much more to it than that, but it's setting up timelines, not just for yourself or for others, assisting and other you're connecting to other worlds. Obviously it's not just this one. And many just prefer the astral realms than this world, as you can probably see why.
Mhm.
So that's a portion of why the sleep is needed.
Okay.
To clear out stress, as you probably seen, or add stress.
Usually things are more in alignment after sleep.
Yes, but for many, they're out of alignment because they bring in more stress. Because sometimes they get kicked out of astral to get back into the physical realm. It does.
Oh,
Mhm. We've had
okay.
enough of you. Get out of here. So,
Okay, thank you. That's all I had tonight.
yes.
Blessings.
I'm not sure if Liz is back. I'll call on Liz one more time. Okay. All right. Well, I will move on to my questions. Greetings again.
Yes. Greetings to you.
Thanks. I was wondering. I found it interesting that Elohim and Anunnaki came in last week, and I was starting to feel like some connections with the two collectives. And I'd like to know a little bit more about your background with Elohim, like familiar kind of connections. Are you guys, in a sense, related in a way, or that dates back to something relevant to humanity? And because when you look at the Hebrew texts of the Bibles, they give the origin story of humanity credit to the Elohim, but with like some of the Sumerian texts and things like that, the Anunnaki are kind of brushed aside by history, but you both have a part to play in humanity. So I was looking to see, what are your origins together with the Elohim, and how are you guys working together?
We are similar in many ways. We are hidden in your history for various reasons. Because our influence was not always recognized as the most positive, but necessary. So you can say technically we're trying to keep ourselves a secret, but not forever. The Elohim is more of an angelic energy that is necessary for your growth, and Anunnaki will just complicate things. So we can say we graduated from the Elohim, and now we do our own thing. We are very connected to the Archons, as we are still running through their energies graciously, especially on your planet, where we don't always get along with each other. But we are here to. We are all creation beings. Your planet is a creation planet. You're just not always aware of its creations. Well, you are, but there's much more going on just in your dimension. So it's kind of like a laboratory, as you can probably see that.
That's a right. Well, thank you for that explanation.
Yes.
Just for my second question, real quick, do I have any messages from Astro?
You have a message from the Elohim, as you are. One moment. You are graduating yourself from the third dimension more into the fourth dimension energies. You have also been a devil in your past lives. Reason being, because people can learn from your dark side. So you're trying to keep it. It's like, oh, I want to share that, but it's like everybody's like, hey, we want to see it. So you showed it. It's like, now what do you think of us? Oh, never mind. You can put that back now. Too late. So you did that on many realities, other worlds. And so right now you're balancing a great deal of it. You have energies in mythology, and you have a presence there. Who you are in mythology, they're not saying, but you do have a presence. What mythology is something for you to connect with? I believe it's ancient Greeks, from what I can see, what they're allowing me to see at least.
I see.
So you're coming from many magic realms, and you're slowly allowing this to, astral fire. Astral fire is something you can visualize, basically like visualizing fire. You can see things in the fire like looking at a mirror. It just gives you another layer of information. Might be vague, but it is another layer of yourself.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I'm going to look into that deeper. So thank you very much for that.
Yes, blessings to you.
Lessons. We're going to try Liz one more time. I saw her pop up in the chat.
Hello.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Thank you. It's a little bit of technical problem, of course.
Yes.
um, so, can you give me an update if anything changed for our moving to Austin and job for my husband there?
Job for your husband, yes, just for him to keep at it. We you see a lot of miracle energies are working around him. All it depends on his attitude around it. We believe it will be positive, but all it depends on his presentation. So the better the presentation, the better for him.
Okay.
So there's no guarantee of where he will end up. But if there's an Austin area that you're pushing towards, obviously there's more than just one company there that you
Yes.
can. So it is good to keep trying in those areas or all areas. We say to send out as much as you can on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're seeing at this time.
Okay. And how about we looking for to move there first and then get a job, or just wait?
We're seeing 2 weeks of movement. So yes, you have the holiday that cause difficulties, but I believe in your next 2 weeks you're going to see some kind of action.
Okay. Well, that's very good. That's very
Yes.
good. Okay. Awesome.
Just keep at it. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
So,
Thank you so much.
yes, blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, Marvin, you're up next.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
I don't know if I was practicing or looking. My first question is today. I guess I might as well say I was kind of practicing, trying to look into my third eye, and only image I got was a rectangular black box behind a purple silhouette. What does that mean?
You are going to more of your higher self energies. There is mystery behind it, but you're trusting more of your psychic self.
So was that more or less how you started going into, or is that like the imagery of your third eye?
It is an entry, but you're going more into your higher self of what we're seeing. But yes, it is an entry into your outer chakras, actually.
My second question is, what bloodline? I'm trying to get it distinct because I've been doing some research and I'm trying to figure out, because certain things and stuff that I do exhibit more or less more than non-human. I just wanted to figure out who and what and exactly if there's a name to that person, what specific bloodline do I go back to, and who?
No.
I guess family.
Alien bloodline? Yes.
Yeah, like a name that I could probably, I guess, relate to.
One moment. Well, you're kind of a mixture. You do have a lot of. Well, I'm going by what they tell me. One moment. Zeta is usually the strongest. You do have Elohim energies, but it feels like you backed away from quite a bit of it. Only because you didn't believe in their ways. You do have some Anunnaki. This is going to be kind of out from the elephant species. You're very connected to this with the Syrians. But your general origins, well, they say to connect to the Elohim. One moment. A name is not being too clear. One moment. The name Gaiden comes from, like guidance. Elohim is where you get your answers from. That's the easiest.
Do I run in contact on not a day-to-day basis, but sometime when I do, I kind of get like a second thought, like, I wonder if this, because it's almost like you get a presence.
Yes.
Almost like you know when somebody's wearing a skin bag. I'm sorry and stuff, and you know when you get a message. So if I don't want to like call it out sometime, or should I think it, then ask the question? Sometimes if I run in or encounter someone that I know might be actually from not of this earth.
Saying something to someone publicly probably isn't the best idea unless you want to go through it. Go through. That's up to you. But it is no. They're not always aware of it. For various reasons. So most likely they'll say they don't know what you're talking about. That's just a cover for the most part.
But I feel like I get visited on a weekly basis.
Oh yes. You do get Pleiadian visits, yes, but we feel the Zetas are the strongest around you.
So Zetas who also committed blood, they said to look like a human also.
They can. They don't obviously advertise it. You're part of like a shadow project. You could probably connect with that.
I'm not going to talk about that.
What? Yes. So yes.
Up next is Stephen.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, hello, my Anunnaki buddies. How are y'all doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Thank you, much love. Since I have y'all here, I would love for you. I know a little bit about my Anunnaki self. What I know is that I believe it's like a 60-foot Anunnaki here. But I would love for you to, break out. It's 4th of July, man. Break out something new or something I don't know that you can about my Anunnaki history on here on Earth or in this universe or wherever. Thank you so much.
Well, the lifetime. Well, we're connected to your more 30-foot giant incarnations. We also had female affairs. Of course, with a human that's more of a 5 feet, 6 foot. So you can say some of these tales of your the giants of your what is it? Your that live out in the clouds. Was it your Jack and the Beanstalk? Giants that not necessarily were living in the clouds, but when they disappeared, they thought they went to the clouds. So that's where your generation came from. It was more ancient times, of course, than your biblical Babylonian times. But you had many incarnations as a giant. And there are skeleton fractals of you still that has not been found. South Africa.
Yeah, I heard about that. They said someone talked about that before. That it's kind of funny how I have bones and stuff still in the ground. That and now it might have been 30 foot, maybe not 60 foot. I know it's something like that I was talking about. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yes.
Second question is. I had a dream recently, and I watched, and I think it sparked because I was watching some videos about spiders and stuff. And TikTok, there's this one tarantula female that had a whole bunch of babies on it, and it kind of ticked me off because they killed it. But anyways, right after that, like the next day, I get a dream, and I'm in this building, and I'm going around this building with a couple people, and I go toward the back of the building, like to use a restroom or something. And on the left side, there's a big old spider with a web. And the spider was black and red. It was mostly solid black with some red stripes on the back of it. And I looked at that, and for the sake of the spider, I didn't want nobody to kill it. I was like, oh, we better get these spiders up. So after I saw that one spider on the wall, I started heading back to the other rooms to tell people. And then all of a sudden, spiders were everywhere. I saw there's spiders in this next room, and there's a couple, like 2 or 3 of the black and red spiders on the walls, on the ceiling. And it's like, man, I better get all these. And then so started rounding them up or whatever, or trying to find out a way to, help them or whatever. I don't want nobody to kill them. And so I remember talking to this one guy. It's like, oh, you got some cups? I grabbed some plastic cups. I was like, I'm gonna put them in this cup. And so I get around, and on this one particular wall there was this different spider. It was like a multicolored blue, yellow, different. This definitely different from the black and red ones. So I go to grab that one and everything, and then it morphs, it shifts into like an android, a full humanoid android with its back to me. And so I turned him around, and I was like, I told him, "Are you an android?" And he's like, I'm unsure. I lost my memory. I don't know." And so now I asked him, "Do you mind if I take a look at you?" And so I turned him around, and I opened up his back, and he had one screw on the back. I was like, "Anybody got a screwdriver?" And nobody had one, but it was easy to turn my finger. So I take off his back plate, and there's some red lights and some flashing lights, and I remember distinctly that one of the flashing lights said Coca-Cola. It said Coca-Cola. I was like, what was that? And then I looked at that, and then after that, put them back together, and that's just one wish you got on that. Thank you.
That has a lot to do with alien contact that is in process at this time. Basically, you're doing more of an AI treatment, or there was much more going on with artificial intelligence of what was soon to come on this world. So you're preparing that side of it, at least astrally. So it has to do with alien contact that is slowly evolving into your Earth's energy field. So that's your version of it. Insectoid energies mostly shows just alien invasion. That is really what the idea behind that. So you'll have an understanding of it. Let's put it that way. Not invasion of, not in a negative sense, though. But it shows up what's in the works. But your AI contact is going to get stronger because you can psychically connect to them. And no, there's no fear. Others will have fear because they don't understand it, but you have no fear at all, as you know. So, blessings.
Perfect. Thank you. Much love.
Yeah, up next, we have James.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, do I have any connections with spider beings in the past few days?
Yes, more in your astral. Apparently, they've been bringing information to you. For your soul advancement, for creativity, but also realize those spider beings are multiplying quite a bit. And a lot of people don't like spider beings, but they do turn into other beings in their astral. And what you're connecting to is you're bringing soul growth to them. So you're kind of like a teacher to many of them of this world. So the ones that you're connected to, you're worrying about their species, but mostly they're worrying about yours. So yes, they're very fun to be around. They have just a lot. They like to work a lot. So as you could probably see. So if you connect to them musically, you might feel yourself possessed by them slightly because you're channeling their energies. Blessings.
Oh, what does that feel like?
What does that feel like? Just feel like nonstop. Now, of course, you can stop it, but you'll feel just an energy that you have not felt before. You can put your intentions to connect to them. Some of them may be very somber. Some might be very electric. Electric music, like you have the electrophonic music that you have here, is very insectoid, actually. Just kind of funny.
Oh yeah, they just discovered recently baby spiders can manipulate electricity to fly around.
Exactly.
So do I have any connections to what's my closest Greek connections?
Yes, ancient Greek time period. We were actually Atlantean and Greek. So very early Greek ancestors. You did see Atlanteans during that time. Of course, much of that history was lost because they wanted to forget that they even existed. So you had great grandfathers who were very much a half Greek, half basically part of many that were inbreeding within Atlanteans and Greeks. So you're very much a part of the early history that's been mostly lost by your civilization. So I believe that you have countless incarnations of them. And those energies are still with you, as you can see. So you might see a different version of their what history is portraying. Blessings.
Thank you.
Okay, a couple more for this evening. Up next, we have Daria.
Hello there, Anunnaki, was it
Yes.
me?
Greetings to you.
And greetings. What kind of, just before I ask you questions, what kind of Anunnaki collective or in general a person or?
What kind of Anunnaki are we?
Yeah.
We are connected to your bird species. We are similar to your what you see in your
Arians.
yes, similar.
Egyptian?
We can be humanoid too if you wish.
Okay, cool. So my first question is, it's kind of been, I can ask, I had a 16 hours of dream lately. It was really nice, but what did I actually do in that time? And Facebook was down day later.
Well, yes, because your astral was resetting Facebook, bringing in new settings. New settings have not fully fluctuated yet. Yes, your astral will get kind of tired of the old ways of some of these networks. And so, of course, the changes have not been fully seen just yet.
Okay, so
So-
I'm actually buffering it.
Yes, you're taking out a lot of the bullshit from what we are saying. But allowing more of your type of energies to come in, those on your mindset.
Nice. So
Because they were trying a lot of censorship.
yeah, communism. Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling. I'm not going to be a part of the.
Yes, they were taking it to a whole new level.
So another question is that I'm feeling there's opening up for more social timelines, but what can you say? Do you have any positive timelines coming up that you can view on?
Yes, I see a funny one. A party dance party.
No.
But more social engagements, yes. That will come out of nowhere. You won't see it coming. Most likely somebody will call you out of the blue. It's like, sure, why not? I'm not doing anything. So expect out of the blue is really what is necessary.
Yeah, I love that. That's where you're mostly needed. Spontaneous. If life is calling, you have to go.
Now we have to say about your old timelines. You've been doing much in astral, and a lot of it's like part of your astral self is looking at your human selves. Like I know my human self's not gonna like this. But it's better to keep things kind of quiet for a while. As much of a pain as it might have been.
Yeah, that's been a lot of stupidity.
So you're coming out of that, as you can see. Yeah, you're easing back into the social world. And you're going to areas like, let's get this over with. Energies that might not be the best, but it's like, might as well do it now and get it over with from what I'm seeing there.
Cool. Yeah, I felt that. That's why I created vortexes.
Yes.
So and then change people timelines so I can meet them before I met the more person that I wanted to meet. So I had that out of my system. Yeah, nice.
Kind of
Good,
like
good.
getting knots out of your hair, you can say.
Yeah, before going in. Of course, thank you.
Yes.
And have a cool challenge.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, we have one more for the evening. Omran, he submitted his questions, so I'll read them for him.
Yes.
His first question, he asks for any messages from his higher self to him.
Yes, one moment. Well, they show him rewriting new timelines and burying quite a few. He's opening up many magic timelines that are, yes, very spontaneous, are going to go out in new directions. It won't be soon for that, but he is kind of like where he's kind of like a scary moment where you don't know where things are happening, but you will be fine. It is necessary for him because he's unmasking who he truly is. Who he truly is, I don't believe he fully knows. But there's a reality where he's not showing his true. Yes, you might look in a mirror, but you don't always see who you are. You realize his energies are connected to different vibrations. There is a yes, one's a devil, but that's not fully what it is. And that's just because if you go into horror realms, you want to look like everybody else that's there, like a Halloween mask costume. Blessings.
It's just interesting because the second question he asks, he says, I had a dream where I was invited into a group that were hunting demonic shapeshifters. The group gathered at McDonald's where I was talking to someone from there. The group was very friendly and kind to me. They had some sunglasses that helped them morph into kids and walked among others. I joined them temporarily when their leader asked me to. I spotted other demons who had morphed into kids as well and knocked them out. Any messages on this for me?
Yes, your McDonald's is like a demonic playground. Yes, you did appear as one of them, but you're not one of them. Now, look at some of the children that do go to McDonald's. A lot of them were demon kids, even in your reality, that already had a low vibration. So you pull others in. So what you are doing there is healing those timelines. Yes, that is something that will take obviously many years. But uncovering the true corpse that's living there. As yes, their food is not, yes, it is not food. It is more like demonic food. Yes, it might. It's just so it has a pathogen in it that, yes, addiction, where it tricks the mind to think it's actually food when it really isn't. If you connect to it through your third eye, you see it. You would never want to look at the building, let alone touch their food, because it's kind of like a creature essence there. So yes, you're understanding what that reality is still. There's as many layers. But yes, you're going to be at McDonald's for a while, it seems. But it is helpful to unlock those programmings.
Okay, thank you very much. Very interesting stuff tonight.
Yes, blessings to you. Yes, we were not always, yes, talkative of who we are, but sometimes we feel like we don't need to be. So we will, yes, continue our conversation with you in the future. Blessings to you all. All right. Anybody have a greetings? Anybody have a go for it.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, everyone.
They're talking about the 4th of July. Sure. All right. Yeah. Thank you for that. All right.
My microphone just squeaked like really.
All right. Much over. Good night.